Oh my God.
What's going on?
You tell me. Come take a look at this.
Is that McBain taking Rafe Kovich out of his cell?
Yeah.
TJ, this isn't really a good time.
Hey, Molly, please, we gotta talk about Rafe.
All right, I want you to go through all the surveillance footage that we have of the cell since we brought that Rafe Kovich in. And tell me if there's been any other unexpected visitors.
Sure thing.
John talk to you about the Allison Barrington murder?
No, he gave me an update. Said he talked to the kid and he was going to follow up on a lead.
Did he say he was planning on taking the kid out of the cell?
No, he never said a word about doing that. Where's John taking this kid?
That's what I'd like to know.
Detective McBain? What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? Somebody stabbed this man.
Who?
Who indeed?
Molly, please.
Okay.
Oh, we can't even talk inside.
Mom and I just brought Christina home after her arraignment. She spent 2 nights in jail. She hasn't slept, and I don't want to wake her.
Okay, fine. We'll stay outside, but we have to talk.
Why? You already made your feelings perfectly clear at the police station when you said that Rafe was conning me, and then you told Commissioner Devane I snuck down to the cells to see him without permission.
I was trying to protect you from hanging out with a murderer.
It doesn't matter how many times you say it, I'm still not convinced Rafe killed his mother.
So Carlson was on guard duty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he and John, they released the kid, and then they just escort him out of the cell block. Now, why would they do that? It's unorthodox under any circumstances. They haven't filed any paperwork, and I mean, technically, the kid is still in our custody.
Look, try to get a hold of McBain.
He's not picking up. McBain, Carlson, and the boy, they're all MIA.
What's going on? Detective. Oh, he's alive! We have to help him! Detective McBain, I've got to try to stop the bleeding. Can you call 911 or have you already called an ambulance? Detective! Detective McBain!
John, this is Anna again. If you get this message, you need to call me back because I have a prisoner that's missing and I don't know where you are. And
They found
don't know where
Carlson.
he is. All right, call me.
Yeah, what do you got? Yeah, all right, I'll be right there.
What is it?
Well, they found Carlson down on Pier 52. He's been stabbed.
Oh, my God, is he alive?
Yeah, barely. They're taking him to GH right now.
What about McBain and Rafe?
No sign of them.
Look, I get that you're convinced that Rafe is not guilty, even though the cops were sure enough to arrest him. Look, Molly, it's freezing out here. Can't we just go inside and talk? I promise I will not wake Christina up.
What's the point? I know what you're gonna say.
Molly, please. Look, I mean, I care about you so much. Can't you just hear me out?
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
We can talk, but we stay out here. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Get him into cubicle 2. We need to start a second line and get 4 units of Onegstat. Page the on-call doctor. Patient is male, mid-30s, chest wound bleeding heavily.
So get a CSU over to Pier 52 immediately to process the scene.
I'm on it.
Dante, can you get over to GH, please? Talk to Carlson, see if he can give us some answers on what the hell is going on. I'm going to the pier.
You don't think McBain is really mixed up in this, do you?
No. But I've been wrong before.
Commissioner.
Is everyone finished? I'm taking this, right?
Looks like the weapon that killed Allison Barrington.
Yeah, it does.
Look, I understand how you want to give this Rafe guy the benefit of the doubt. Okay, you have a big heart, and that's one of the many reasons why I like you. But just because you spent 5 minutes...
Can I say something? I gave you the benefit of the doubt, even when everyone else, including Sean, said you were bad news. I knew there was more to you than met the eye. Isn't it possible the same is true about Rafe?
What do we got?
Chest wound, heavy bleeding. Someone attacked him on the docks. It's a cop, Patrick. It's horrible, and I'm the one who found
Okay,
him.
hey, don't worry. We're gonna help this guy, right? Come on.
Okay, you take this. Did you guys see this?
What you got, Commissioner?
It's an evidence bag. That doesn't just resemble the weapon that killed Allison Barrington. It is the weapon that killed her.
But only our guys have access to the evidence room.
Yeah, I know. Okay, get that to the PCPD and have it processed. Pull up all the surveillance footage from the evidence room. I need to find out how the hell that weapon got out of police custody.
Yes, Commissioner.
Oh, and if anyone has heard from Detective McBain, I need to know about it. You got it.
Anna.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. What are you doing here?
Well, I called the station. They told me where you were. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, they said on the news that Lucy Coe pulled a gun on you.
How the hell does that get released to the press?
I guess somebody thought it was newsworthy.
Yeah, she did. She knocked out one of my offices and she pulled a gun on me. But, I'm fine.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, got a little tense. She's in custody again. So, you didn't have to come down here and check up on me?
You're important to me, Slim.
Thanks.
Look, I meant what I said. I'm ready to fight for you. For us. But it's a little difficult when you don't return my calls.
Give me 200 mics of phenylephrine, start dopamine drip with a loading dose.
Yes, doctor.
Hey, I'm looking for Officer Carlson. He came in with a stab wound.
He's in cubicle 2. Dr. Drake's working
How's he
on it.
doing?
Not good.
Not a good time, Dante. I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, well, I need to ask him some questions.
I'm trying to save this guy's life.
Bud, it's Dante. Can you hear me?
Here is the phenylephrine, doctor, and the dopamine for the infusion.
Add it to the line.
You with me, Bud? Bud, you're gonna make it through this, okay? You hear me? All right, Bud, you need to tell me who did this to you. Was it that kid, Rafe Kovich?
When I first met you, I didn't let other people make up my mind for me. I got to know you. I gave you a chance. And I'm so glad I did because you turned out to be wonderful.
And you think Rafe will turn out wonderful?
No, I just think I should be fair to him like I was fair to you.
The worst thing I did was some joyriding in a stolen car. And maybe a party at your house that you didn't know about. Not kill my mother.
Well, we don't know Rafe did either. Look, I know things look bad for him, but the evidence against him is all circumstantial. And Rafe swore to me he was innocent. So until someone proves otherwise, I'm
Why do you care
it.
so much about this guy? I mean, how do you think that makes me feel as your boyfriend, Molly?
This has nothing to do with you. When I met Rafe on the docks, he was so hungry he wanted the stale bread that I was using to feed the ducks. And now his mother was just killed right in front of him. I'm just trying to show him a little compassion.
Just because you feel sorry for him doesn't make him innocent. Come on, Mom. He's saying John McBain murdered that woman. We know Detective McBain. And we both know he's not that kind of guy.
Officer, would you mind helping me for a second? Let's help young Rafe here figure out exactly what happened. If you stand in for his mother. Let's see. So your mom's like this, Rafe, and her assailant is something like this?
No, you were on the other side of her.
The other side of her? Okay, please turn around. Officer, so something here. Then what happened?
Called out for her. She looked back at me. She told me to stay there, and then that's when you did it.
Did what?
Killed her.
Killed her? You mean like... Like that?
And it just doesn't make any sense that McBain would murder anyone, especially a woman he doesn't even know.
Rafe must be confused.
You need to get Rafe out of your head. Like, just at least see how this investigation goes. Can you at least think about that?
Okay. I'll think about it.
Thank you. Oh, Sean, I have to go. Thanks for listening to me, Mom.
Yeah, thanks for caring. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with you, but I know you just want me to stay safe.
Of course. You're the best.
Rafe!
We know Rafe Kovich escaped. Is he the one who stabbed you? Then who? Then who, but who did this to you?
He's going into B-Fib, charging paddles to 150. Dante, move.
What?
Sorry, I haven't been returning your phone calls. I've been really busy.
Yeah. So what's going on? Who did it?
I'm afraid to find out.
If I would have been able to stop the bleeding, we would have saved him.
No, there was so much blood on the ground. I thought he was already dead. By the time he made it to the hospital, it would have taken a miracle to save him.
Did he say anything at all before I got here?
Not to me.
No, he opened his eyes once or twice, but he never spoke.
You have any idea who did this?
No, he was about to say something, but then he stopped breathing.
God, poor man.
Miss Santiago, I need to know exactly what you saw.
Okay, well, so I like to walk on the waterfront and feed the ducks on my way into work, and I turned onto Pier 52, and that's when I saw Officer Carlson on the ground with Detective McBain beside him.
Was anyone else there?
No, I didn't see anyone else. In fact, I thought he was already dead, but then
It's okay.
he started moaning, and I tried to stop the bleeding with my scarf, and then I asked Detective McBain if he had already called 911, and then I looked up, and he was just gone.
Who, McBain?
Yeah.
Well, could he have been chasing someone, maybe?
I don't know. I didn't hear anyone else. As a matter of fact, I didn't even hear Detective McBain leave.
Okay, look, before you got to the scene, did you hear anything shouting, anything that sounded like it could have been a struggle?
No, I just turned the corner, and there they were.
So you were helping Carlson. What was McBain doing?
She just told you. He left.
Yeah, and you know, I thought that was weird, too. He wasn't even trying to help Officer Carlson. That's part of the reason why I thought he was already dead.
So what was he doing?
Oh, he was standing there holding, like, it was like a strangely shaped object. I think it was metal. It was like a cross between a knife and an arrow. And there was blood on it.
Miss Santiago, you've been a big help. Someone will be by to take your official statement. I gotta go. Patrick.
I mean, it's my job to ask the questions, but I kind of dread finding out the answer. So, hold on.
Oh, sure.
I have to take this. I really,
no
sorry.
problem.
Yeah. How's Carson?
Sorry, Commissioner, he didn't make it.
So I'll talk to his family. Did you manage to speak to him?
Only enough for him to tell me that Rafe Kovich isn't the one who stabbed him.